Before we start, if you want to follow along with me, I will leave a link to Higgsfield in the description. Thanks to them for sponsoring this video. Now, you probably already know that Seedance 2.5 allows you to generate videos up to 30 seconds. But this is not the only update. It also supports reference inputs up to 30 images, 10 videos, 10 audio clips, and it officially has a release to edit videos. And this is actually huge, but it comes with a price. And because of that, we need to learn how to use our credits wisely. From my own experience, there are 3 techniques to write a prompt for Seedance 2.5. The basic technique, the timeline technique, and the segment technique. I will leave a link in the description for all the prompts used in this video, so don't worry about it at all. Let's start with the basic technique. If you have any references, you have to mention all of them at the beginning of the prompt, and then you tell the model exactly what they are. Why? Because if you didn't do that, Seedance is probably gonna guess what they are, and because of that, you might get unexpected results. For complex scenes, it will be even much better if you add more explanation under the references like this. Next, you need to write the core concept of the video. It should be like one sentence describing the entire video. After that, we just describe how the video should be like. And when you do that, you do it as a director of a movie scene. You give it information about the subject, the environment, the visual style, the shots, if there are any cuts you mention them, the actions, the camera, the audio, the consistency, and the final rules. This is what a good prompt should look like. So let's put this into action and see how it looks like. To generate videos in Higgsfield, go to the Video tab and then choose the model Seedance 2.5. Here I'm gonna add my reference image, write my prompt, choose the duration of the video. Keep it for 80p for now. I'm gonna tell you why later in this video. Hit generate, and then you get a result like this. I'm gonna add more info to the prompt to enhance it a little bit. And in this case, this is gonna be the result.
Power sprays, concentration, circulate, dangerous lids, taker.
As you can see, the result in both videos is actually not bad. But as you noticed, the more info you add to the prompt, the better it becomes. Now for the timeline technique, it's gonna be exactly the same as the basic technique, but the difference is, instead of having the shot, the action, and the camera separated, we're gonna have a timeline. And each segment in this timeline gonna have details about the shot, the action, and the camera. And here is an example of how the prompt should look like. If we run this in Higgsfield, this is gonna be the result. And here is another example of how the prompt should look like. Let's watch it together. And now for the last one, the segment technique. It's actually my favorite one. I came up with this formula after a lot of generations and a lot of tests, and it gave me actually really good results, specifically if you know exactly what you want. For example, this video, I made it using the segment technique. Now let's look into the segment technique formula. First of all the prompts techniques mentioned in this video have a mandatory step, which is, if you have reference assets, you have to mention them in the prompt as I told you before. Then you write the segment time, the title, and underneath it, you write all the segment details, the shot type, the subject, the action, the camera, the composition, the environment, the lighting, the motion, the speed, the focus, and the transition. And here is an example of how the prompt should look like. If we run this in Higgsfield, this is going to be the result. Now, since you know already how to write a prompt, you might be asking yourself, why I told you before to generate videos only using 480p, and now I'm showing you my videos in 4K resolution? Well, let me show you something. If you go to Higgsfield and check how much it costs to generate 20-second Seedance 2.5 videos in 480p, and then check how much it costs to generate the same video in 720p, you're gonna notice that you're gonna pay for the 720p 100% more credits. And this is not efficient at all. I would recommend you to generate the video in 480p or 720p max if you are fine with that. Then if you like it, you download it, hover over the video tab, go to video upscale, upload the video, wait a little bit, and look at this. You can get your video upscale to 4K 60 FPS and you're gonna pay only around 3 credits. This is much better than paying credits to generate video. You don't know if it's gonna be good or bad. And this is actually my workflow. I never generate videos more than 720p. The upscale feature is really good and cost efficient. Imagine if you generate the video and you didn't like it. Your credits are gone, but it's more efficient to upscale only if you like the video. Now let's move on to the video editing feature. As I mentioned before, you can actually edit videos using Seedance 2.5. And to do that, simply go to the models and select Seedance 2.5 edit model. Now add the video that you want to edit, and from here, you need to be explicit about what you're trying to do. And it's better to use explicit editing language. Also, I want to mention that for partial edits, timestamps are very useful. Let me show you an example. This is a video I made using Seedance 2.5, and I wanted to change it from night to daylight. The prompt is very simple. Nothing fancy. And look at the result. Also in this one, it's a fight scene between an elf and some machines, and I wanted to change the environment from this place to desert. And here is the result. It's amazing in my opinion. And in this video, I wanted to replace the Japanese guy with another character, and it also did it, but there was a mistake here. And because of that, I would recommend you to tell the model in your prompts to keep everything else as it is. Now let's move on to how to extend your videos. If we go to Higgsfield, make sure to choose the Seedance 2.5 model and then click on the Extend tab. From here, we add the video that we want to extend as a reference video. Now if you write your prompt directly without being explicit about how to extend it, it's not gonna give you the result you want. So the way to do it is by going into the reference mapping section, and after you mention your video, you write exactly how long you want to extend it. And it would be better if you write it in this exact format. Then you write this sentence and then establish in your rules. After that, you tell it from where exactly the video should be extended. Here, for example, I'm telling it that the video should be extended from the final frame. After that, I like to mention some negative and positive rules just to make sure that everything is clear to the model. Then I write my prompt normally, but in the first segment, I mention the final frame of the reference video as my starting point. This is how to extend your videos. And let's watch it together. And that's it for today. If you liked this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one.